track world stunned as Noah Lyles gets bronze in men's 100 at 2025 World Championships. Noah Lyles is no longer the fastest man in the world. Jamaica's Seville shocked the sprint field to win the men's 100 at the 2025 World Championships. Seville got a good start and pulled away at the end to win the race with a personal best time of 9.77. Kishane Thompson of Jamaica clocked in at 9.82 to place second. Lyles' time of 9.89 was good enough for third. Lyles edged Thompson in the 100 at the Paris Olympics in what was a dramatic photo finish. The two were the favorites entering the World Championship final. But Seville stole the show. Lyles came into this year's championships as a six-time world champion. He accomplished the sprint double at the 2023 World Track and Field Championships. Lyles is scheduled to run the 200 on Wednesday. The 200 is a specialty event. His season best of 19.63 in the top 200 time in the world this year. Lyles is one of USA Today's sports top athletes to watch at the 2025 World Track and Field Championships. A thunderbolt on the track when Noah Lyles was outpaced. The roar in Tokyo's National Stadium had been building long before the final gun. It echoed through the early heats, the semifinals, the rehearsed sprints, the slowed strides, the inching inches toward perfection. Expectations mounted. Cameras zoomed. Hearts raced. And when the men's 100-meter final began at the 2025 World Athletics Championships, the world, all tastemakers and fans alike, expected magic from Noah Lyles. He had been called the defending champion. Every start, every acceleration from the blocks, drew attention. He was supposed to charge off the line, to dominate the curve, to thunder down the final 10 meters, arms pumping, chest leaning. But this time, the script flipped. The race that upset the calendar. Seville of Jamaica had something in reserve, something fierce. Kishane Thompson, also Jamaican, had been quietly threading his own line of excellence through the season. And from lane to lane, the field stretched, each runner with hopes, each runner chasing history. The gun cracked. Bodies launched. The track seemed to ripple. By 30 meters, Seville was already staking a claim. Thompson, ever close, was matching strides. Lyles, not quite slow, but not lightning either, was there, but sliding, just behind, fighting gravity, fighting momentum. At the finish, the times: gold for Seville, silver for Thompson, and bronze for Lyles. The USA's headline runner had been outpaced. Stunned gasps in stadiums, stunned silence in broadcast booths, stunned disbelief across social media. Lyles clocked 9.89 seconds. Seville had blown in at 9.77. Wikipedia, +4. Reuters, +4. The Guardian, +4. The weight of expectation. To run 100 meters is to risk everything. The start, the reaction, the lean, the last tens, where races are won and lost in hundredths, even thousandths of seconds. Noah Lyles had carried with him the weight of past victories, the hopes of America's sprinting lineage, the memories of Olympic glory, of world titles. There was implicit faith that he'd stand atop the podium again. For many, him settling for bronze felt like betrayal. Not of him, but of what was expected. We expect our champions to win, to dominate. We forget that even those fastest of humans can miscalculate, can have an off-block, can be overtaken. And so, when the results came, the track world didn't only see a race result, it saw a fissure in assumed dominance. A reminder that sprinting is ruthless, that past laurels are no guarantee, that every race starts fresh. More than just a medal. Yet bronze is no defeat. It is evidence. Evidence that Lyles still belongs among the best. He ran strongly. He weathered pressure. He made the final. Behind him, many never came close. For Seville, this was vindication. For Thompson, affirmation. For Lyles, a prompt. To scour each stride. To sharpen each start. To ready mental edges. Fans reacted. Some sympathized. Some criticized. Analysts debated splits. The narrative around Lyles shifted, not fallen, but challenged. And perhaps that challenge will forge something better. Humility, hunger, new speed. Ripples across the track world. In Tokyo, Jamaican flags rose high. Usain Bolt watchers leaned forward. Could this be a changing of the guard? Or merely a day when the stars misaligned? The conversation spread. What was the fitness of Lyles? Any niggles, injury concerns, reaction time slow? Did Seville and Thompson peak at precisely the right moment? How will Lyles respond in the 200m, in relay work, in future championships? Sponsors, coaches, athletes, all had to account for this upset. Opponents saw a chink. Supporters saw resolve in the disappointed bronze. The track world was reminded that sprinting is never settled. Not by past, not by reputation. The aftermath, the promise. Later, in interviews and quiet moments, Lyles would have confronted more than just his time. He would have wrestled with expectation, with the weight of what people thought he should do. But also, perhaps, in that bronze, found motivation to prove that this was not a fall, but a breath, a reset, a stepping stone. The ones who remember only winners must pause, because sometimes, when the gold slips through your fingers, the bronze becomes the groundwork for something greater. It's where character is tested, where speed is sharpened, where legends are forced to evolve. Final thoughts. In hindsight, the 2025 World Championships men's 100m final will be one of those watershed moments. Not because Lyles lost gold, but because the margin between champion and challenger thinned. Because the torch may not have fully passed, but it flickered. Because Seville and Thompson emerged not as surprises, but as forces. Track world was stunned. But stunned can be a beginning. For Noah Lyles, the bronze is not just a medal. It's a mirror. One that shows what was, what is, and what might be.